Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे।
संसारदावानललीढलोका त्राणाय कारुण्याघना घना त्वाम् प्राप्तस्य कल्याण गुणार्णवस्य वन्दे गुरोः श्रीचरणारविन्दम् महाप्रभोः कीर्तननृत्यगीता वादित्रमाद्यन्मनसो रसेन रोमाञ्चकम्पाश्रुतरङ्गभाजो वन्दे गुरोः श्रीचरणारविन्दम् श्रीविग्रहाराधननित्यनाना शृङ्गारतान्मान्दिरमार्जनादो युक्तस्य भक्तांष्टनियुञ्जतोऽपि वन्दे गुरोः श्रीचरणारविन्दम् चतुर्वेदा श्री भगवत्प्रसाद स्वाद्वन्नतृप्तान् हरिभक्तसङ्घान् कृत्वैव तृप्तिं भजता सदैव वन्दे गुरोः श्रीचरणारविन्दम्। श्रीराधिका माधवयोरपार माधुर्यलीला गुणरूपनाम्नाम् प्रतीक्षणास्वादनलोलुपस्य वन्दे गुरोः श्रीचरणारविन्दम्। निकुञ्जायुनो रतिकेली सिद्धै यायालिभिर्योक्तिरपेक्षणीया तत्रादिदाक्षादतिवल्लभस्य वन्दे गुरोः श्रीचरणारविन्दम्। साक्षाधरित्वेन समस्तशास्त्रैरुक्तस्तथा भाव्यत एव साध्भिः। किन्तु प्रभोर्यः प्रिय एव तस्य वन्दे गुरोः श्रीचरणारविन्दम्। यस्य प्रसादात् भगवत्प्रसादो यस्य प्रसादान्न गति कुतोऽपि। ध्यायंस्तुवंस्तस्य यशस्त्रीसन्ध्यं वन्दे गुरोः श्रीचरणारविन्दम्। वन्दे गुरोः श्रीचरणारविन्दम्। वन्दे गुरोः श्रीचरणारविन्दम्। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Vrindavan Chandra Radha Vrindavan Chandra Radhe. Jaya Jagannatha Jagannatha Baladeva Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Prabhupada 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 Jaya Srila Prabhupada. जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिवाजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर षट्शी श्रीमद अभय चरणारविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी महाराज शील प्रभुपाद की जय। इस्कॉन संस्थापकाचार्य विविटी संस्थापकाचार्य शील प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर षट्शी श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर गोस्वामी महाराज शील प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय। मथुरा द्वारका धाम की जय। मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की जय। पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। गंगा माई जमुना माई की जय। भक्ति देवी तुलसी देवी की जय। कलयुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। शिल प्रभुपाद ट्रांसेंडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga.
नमस्ते नरसिंहाय प्रह्लाददायिने हिरण्यकशिपूर्वक्षः शीलटङ्कानकालाये इतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह इतो परतो नरसिंह यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंह वाहे नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंह हे नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपद्ये नरहमदे तव करकमलवरेणकाम् अद्भुतशृङ्गां दलिता हिरण्यकशिपूर्तनुभृङ्गाम् केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय केशवधृता नरहरिरूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे केशव देवता हरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंह देव जय नरसिंह देव नरसिंह देव जय नरसिंह देव नरसिंह देव नरसिंह देव नरसिंह देव जय नरसिंह देव जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद समस्त भक्ति विघ्न विनाशक नरसिंहदेव भगवान की भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की
For the pleasure of their Lordship, Sri Sri Radha Vrindavan Chandra, Sri Sri Jagannath Baldev Sodramai, Sri Sri Gaur Nitai, Srila Prabhupada, and all the assembled Vaishnavas. Yesterday's book distribution and Sankirtan scores are as follows. Books distributed on 3rd of July at Rath Yatra. Devotees who participated are as follows. Sarvalakshan Prabhu, Antardvip Prabhu, Amiya Madhusudan Prabhu, Jaidev Prabhu, Ishwar Dhir Prabhu, साधु संग चैतन्य प्रभु, वंशी मोहन प्रभु, चित्रा ललिता माता जी, ईशा माता जी, प्रेरणा माता जी, देवीदास प्रभु, सिद्ध गोपिका माता जी, माधव गोविंद प्रभु, अनुज गोयल प्रभु, शुद्ध कृष्ण प्रभु, हरि कीर्तन प्रभु, विनायक प्रभु, विष्णु प्रियनाथ प्रभु, अभिमन्यु प्रभु, कमल झा प्रभु, आकाश घोष प्रभु, आकाश वसने प्रभु, ऋषभ प्रभु, पीयूष प्रभु, कार्तिक प्रभु, आकाश प्रभु, जगदीश चंद्र प्रभु, कृष्ण कीर्तन प्रभु, अजय बंसल प्रभु, मणि ध्रुव प्रभु, सोनार हरि प्रभु, मुकुंद प्रभु, अमेय प्रभु, जय किशन प्रभु, अनुजा अंजू माता जी, सूरज प्रभु एंड ऋषिकेश प्रभु. 490 small books and 78 Mahabig books. Total book points 278.5. Srila Prabhupada's Transcendental Book Distribution Key. Yesterday, 67 visitors chanted one round of Hare Krishna Mahamantra and one visitor committed to chant daily. Yugadharma Harinam Sankirtan Ki. Sri Sri Radha Vrindavan Chandra Bhagwan Ki. Sri Sri Jagannath Baldev Sodramai Ki. Sri Sri Gaur Nitai Ki. Srila Prabhupada Ki. Today is 6th of July 2022, Wednesday. Today morning Srimad Bhagavatam class will be given by His Grace Shamananda Gaur Prabhu. Vrindaye Tulasi Devyaye Priyaye Keshavasya Cha Vishnu Bhakti Prade Devi Satyavate Namo Namaha. वृंदाये तुलसी देव्यै प्रियायै केशवस्य च विष्णु भक्ति प्रदे देवी सत्यवते नमो नमः. वृंदायै तुलसी देव्यै प्रियायै केशवस्य च विष्णु भक्ति प्रदे देवी सत्यवते नमो नमः. कृष्ण भक्ति प्रदायिनी वृंदे देवी तुलसी महारानी की.
प्रेयसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः। राधा कृष्ण सेवा पावो ये अभिलाषी। जे तो मार शरण लो तारा वंच पूर्ण हो। कृपा कोरी कोरो तारे वृंदावनवासी। अभिलाष विलास कुंजे दियोवा। नयने हेरी बो सदा युगल रूपराशि। ये निवेदन धरो सखीरनुगत करो। सेवाधिकार दिए करो निज दासी। दीन कृष्ण दासे को ये न मोर हो। श्री राधा गोविंद प्रेमे सदा येन भाषी। यानि कानि च पापानि ब्रह्म हत्यादिकानि च तानि तानि प्रणश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणां पदे पदे। यानि कानि च पापानि ब्रह्म हत्यादिकानि च तानि तानि प्रणश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणां पदे पदे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा जय विंदे देवी जय विंदे देवी विंदे देवी जय विंदे देवी जय तुलसी महारानी जय तुलसी महारानी तुलसी महारानी जय तुलसी महारानी देवी तुलसी महारानी की वृंदायै तुलसी देव्यै प्रियायै केशवस्य च विष्णु भक्ति देवी सत्यवते नमो नमः वृंदायै तुलसी देव्यै प्रियायै केशवस्य च विष्णु भक्ति देवी सत्यवते नमो नमः वृंदायै तुलसीदेव्यै प्रियायै केशवस्य च विष्णुभक्तिप्रदेवी सत्यवते नमो नमः कृष्ण भक्ति प्रदायिनी वृंदे देवी तुलसी महारानी की
चेतो दर्पण मार्जनम भवमहादावाग्निर्वापणं श्रेयः कैरवाचन्द्रिका वितरणं विद्यावधूजीवनम् आनन्दाम्बुधिवर्धनं प्रतिपदां पूर्णामृतास्वादनम् सर्वात्मस्नपनं परं विजयते श्रीकृष्णसङ्कीर्तनं नामकारी बहुधा निज सर्वशक्तिस्तत्रार्पिता नियमितः स्मरणेन कालः एतादृशी तव कृपा भगवन्ममापि दुर्दैवमीदृशमिहा जनिनानुरागः तृणादपि सुनीचेन तरोरपि सहिष्णुना अमानिना मानदेन कीर्तनीया सदा हरिः न धनं न जनं न सुन्दरीं कवितां वा जगदीश कामये मम जन्मनि जन्मनीश्वरे भवताद्भक्तिरहैतुकी त्वयि अयि नन्दतनुजा किङ्करां पतितां मां विषमे भवाम्बुधौ कृपया तव पादपङ्कज स्थिता धूलिसदृशं विचिन्तया नयनं गलदश्रुधारया वदनं गद्गदरुद्धया गिरा पुलकैर्निचितं वपुः कदा तव नाम ग्रहणे भविष्यति युगायितं निमेषेण चक्षुषा प्रार्वशायितं शून्यायितं जगत्सर्वं गोविन्द विरहेण मे आश्लिष्य वा पादरतां पिनष्टु माम् अदर्शनान्मर्महतां करोतु वा यथा तथा वा विदधातु लम्पटो मत्प्राणनाथस्तु स एव नापरः हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। श्री चैतन्य शिक्षाष्टकम की जय। The 10 offenses against the chanting of the holy name of the Lord are as follows. First, to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. Second, to consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of Lord Vishnu. Third, to disobey the orders of a spiritual master. Fourth, to blaspheme the Vedic literatures, all literatures in pursuance of the Vedic version. Fifth, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. Sixth, to give some interpretations to the holy name of the Lord. Seventh, to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. Eighth, to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities karma kanda. Ninth, to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. And tenth, to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must carefully guard against all these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success. Krishna Prema. Reading from the book Sri Namamrita, the Nectar of the Holy Name. By chanting the holy name, one need not perform any other kind of yajna to free one from indebtedness. Lord Chaitanya to Sanatana Goswami, one who has given up all material duties and taken full shelter at the lotus feet of Mukunda, who gives shelter to all, is not indebted to the demigods, great sages, ordinary living beings, relatives, friends, mankind, or even one's forefathers who have passed away. It is said, Adhyapanam Brahma Yagya Pitrayagnastu Tarpanam Homo Daiva Balir Bhauto Nriyagyo Titi Pujanam. By performing oblations with ghee, the demigods are satisfied. By studying the Vedas, Brahma Yagya is performed, and by this the great sages are satisfied. Offering oblations of water before one's forefathers is called Pitra Yagya. By offering tribute, Bhuta Yagya is performed. By properly receiving guests, Nra Yagya is performed. There are 5 yagyas and 5 kinds of indebtedness. Indebtedness to the demigods, great sages, forefathers, living entities and common men. Therefore, one has to perform 5 kinds of yagyas. But when one takes to Sankirtan Yagya, the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra, one does not have to perform any other yagya. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Narad Muni made a statement about the systematic performance of Bhagavad Dharma in connection with the statements previously made by the 9 Yogendras before Maharaj Nimi. The sage Karbhajan Rishi explained the 4 incarnations of the 4 yugas, and at the end, in this verse, he explained the position of Krishna's pure devotee and how he is absolved of all debts. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela 22.14.
Hare Krishna. These 5 yajnas are called as Panchamahayajna, prescribed in the scriptures. Any human being who does not know these yajnas and does not perform them, he becomes a sinner. For example, even in a country like India, we pay tax to the government because the government is supplying electricity, water, food arrangements and amenities and facilities in the country. And there are various heads, like there's an education minister, there's a water department minister, there's an irrigation minister, so many ministers. And these people are simply taking the resources from nature and dividing it and organizing it. Even for that we are paying tax. What to speak of the demigods who on behalf of the Supreme Lord are providing all the resources like heat of the sun, the light of the sun, the wind, the rainfall, the grains, the fruits and cereals and spices through the nature, all these different things. So we naturally become indebted as soon as we take anything from anybody. Like for example, from the animals like cow, we take milk. From the dog, we get protection of the house. From the horse, we get transport. From the donkey, we get some facility for lifting the weight. So you will see that all these animals which are serving the human being, we become indebted to them for maintaining them and taking care of them. In the same manner, the people living in society, namely our blood relatives, are called the Bandhu Bandhav. Then social friends are called the Mitra, who may live in the same society, people known to us who are helping us and we help them. So in the same manner, there are many people connected to us to whom we become indebted because we have taken some favors from them, services from them. In this way, the rishis who have studied the scriptures extensively and have made it easy for the common masses by preparing spiritual literature based on them, we become indebted to them. So therefore, unless one studies the scriptures, unless one worships the demigods, unless one pays the debt back to the animals from whom we are taking service, unless the humans with whose support we are living in the society, and unless we also propitiate the forefathers who have created the sanskari vamsha in which the religious sanskaras are handed over, the Kula dharmas are handed over. So without this one becomes a sinner. If one says, I don't know all these things, such ignorance is not any excuse at all. But in the Srimad Bhagavatam there is a verse which says this, Deva rishir bhutapta nrinam pitrinam na kinkaro nayam rini charajan sarvatmanaya sharanam sharanyam gato mukundam parihritya kartam. This verse says that Deva, Rishi, Bhuta, Apta, Nrinam, Pitrinam, all the debt to these people is at once taken care when one fully becomes surrendered to Lord Vasudeva. Na kinkaro, I am Rini, the Rajan. You are not Rini, you are not a debtor, you are not a servant of anybody when you become servant of Krishna, it says. Actually, hearing this, sometimes devotees give up all the religious practices, saying that Bhagavatam says that we can give up. So Sarvadharman Parityaja is the easiest thing to do in the world because people are irreligious and people are sinful. But the second part is very important. Mamekam Sharanam Braja. If one doesn't do Mamekam Sharanam Braja and simply does Sarvadharman Parityaja, he'll be counted amongst non-devotees. He'll be counted amongst animals. One difference would be animals would be four-legged and that man will be two-legged. That's all. Otherwise they'll be counted amongst animals, those who don't fulfill the debt. Ungrateful fools. So in Mahabharata it is said by Bhishma, anyone who is ungrateful, he has no prashchita at all. For all other sins there is prashchita. For an ungrateful fellow there is no prashchita, it is said. So our gratitude if it is expressed to Krishna, then all others become automatically pleased. For example, Parikshit Maharaj was hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. All the devatas showered flowers. When Arjuna wanted to wage the war on the order of Krishna, all the demigods provided him facilities. Indra offered him celestial weapons, and our Shiva gave him Pashupatastra and everything. So the devotee of the Lord automatically becomes pleasing to the demigods and all other people of the world if they wholeheartedly surrender to Krishna. So that wholehearted surrender is done by the chanting of the holy name. Daily, with the feeling for the Lord, with an inoffensive attitude. By doing this one thing, the whole universe becomes sanctified. Jagan Mangalam Hasam. All the sinful reactions are washed away. And the whole world becomes an auspicious place for living, for all the living beings, by the chanting of the holy name. So we can understand how powerful the chanting of the holy name. It's called as one stroke method. If just like we say, Sau Sonar ki, Ek Lohar ki. It is not like beating 100 times, one heavy beat you make and that takes care of everything else. But that one beat should be proper. That should be done properly. Therefore we are trying to chant every day and try to master this activity. Because Prabhupada says that if you do an activity repeatedly and you practice it, gradually you will attain perfection in that. Like practice makes a person perfect, as we say. So the chanting of the holy name should be done with the aspiration to chant more purely, more inoffensively, more helplessly, more free from all material motivations. In this way the chanting will get better and better. It will become like fire. And that fire will consume all sinful reactions produced by the living entity for millions of lives. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami. So Krishna will eradicate all our sinful reactions when we chant the holy name and surrender to him with the appropriate attitude of being Ayinanda Tanuja Kinkaram. So Prabhupada would stress on this point very much. The hippies were carrying a big baggage of sin on their back, but when they surrendered to the Lord through the chanting of the holy name, not only the sinful baggage was washed away, they awakened natural devotion for the Lord and became very greatly saintly to the degree of even reaching out Krishna consciousness to nook and corner of the world. Harinam Prabhu ki.
Let us offer our humble obeisances unto all the Vaishnavas, devotees of the Lord, who just like desire for trees, oceans of mercy and are full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishvanebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Vaishnav Thakur Srila Prabhupada ki jai.